Welcome back to the Tony Montana channel. Long time no see, guys. I've been busy, and plus that doing that other activity of translating and making it into voice. The stories does take a lot of time. Not as much in English because most of the information is in English, but when I translate it to Spanish, if I use a translator, there's at least half of it I need to go through it, because it's either we're talking, the language is specific to dog talk, or something related to that, or it's just slang that doesn't translate well into Spanish. So, and a lot of times when you're doing an interview, it's kind of like a jargon when a person is being interviewed, so or rambling. So that really does take time to just clean it out so that the idea behind every sentence is made in Spanish, and plus as well as English. I want to make sure that it's legible and it's intelligible. Intelligent enough that you, as a person, as a layman, if you are not into dogs, you can understand, or at least have the specific words that you need to Google and find out what they're what they're saying. But anyway, that's really not the point of this video. This video is, again, going back to my other reason why I have this channel. And this is the other main reason I have this channel, is to dissect and clear the fuzz out of Chico Lopez videos. And that's one thing I haven't done in a minute. And there is something that really he put on for 2021. Really, basically, is he's reaching out, doing some extra marketing for 2021, because 2020 was a terrible year for him. Straight up being honest. So now he is pulling all the cards, thanks to a couple of little free promotion that he's had, from laymen, from people that just see the shell and figure that's the whole. What shell? The dog looking outside. Look at a pretty dog. I'm referring to the look. It's red and red eyes and red nose. How pretty! And that is the judgment they're using to say Chico this or the dog that. We are here in a channel that is educated about the breed, educated about the standard, and educated about Chico's dogs. I've owned Chico's dogs. I've known Chico. I've known about him. I know. Basically, I am here to help you save up your money, or guide you to another place. I don't sell anything. I'm not even selling my advice. So this is something that I'm basically doing it as a public service. So this is going to first, because I did find this in a mention. Again, Chico has had the good luck of meeting people in the dogs that were connected to the WBC that helped him, So I can't go on about that, but again, those other individuals really haven't done anything to me, so I'm not going to dwell into that. I'm not going to jump into that. But I am going to use what I see as evidence, for evidence of Chico Lopez, rather, for you to show you with facts and logic what I say. Because a lot of things that Chico says about himself, about merits and this and that, really, they'll self-proclaim everything. Self-proclaim merits, all this and global that, all this and that. But we'll tackle each thing individually. But first, let me show you what I found about an interview that ESPN had with the fighter, the boxer Crawford. So here's the thing. I'm not going to show you everything. I'm just going to show you the point that I want to make here for this specific part. Okay. So I've highlighted a piece of it. This is an ESPN. And look at the bottom, because I highlighted it. But here, Lopez told Crawford that he was breeding kinder, gentler pit bulls. Okay? Lopez told Crawford that he was breeding kinder, gentler pit bulls. Okay? What does that mean? A cold dog, by any other name, still a cold dog. So he is basically breeding 4 cold dogs.
So he's specifically aiming to have cold dogs, like the Chico Lopez dog that I have. It's as cold as ice. He would be melting the ice in Alaska. I mean, the other way around. They'll be free. He would be freezing the ice in Alaska. That's what I meant. My fault. But he is, the dog is cold. So that is really an admission of what he's breeding for. Chico Lopez is. He's breeding for kinder and gentler dogs. We're not talking about people, because this breed is already kind and gentle with people automatically. So he cannot be talking about that, because he will be confusing the information. This breed is already kind and gentle with people. So what will he be meaning? He means that he's kinder and gentler with other animals. A cold dog. So now that out of the way, I want to also take a look at what Chico is mentioning in his video. Let's see what the name of this video is. His great vision for 2021. Okay, this is great vision news for December and 2021. This is basically a promo. So I do encourage you to look into it. Apparently, he doesn't, for his 13,000 followers or subscribers, he really doesn't have much views, and that's what I nail and hammer to you guys. 13,000 subscribers, but he rarely has views. There is something called marketing schemes, and some people, what they do is they pay companies in places such as India, that they have company that they inflate the subscriptions or inflate Facebook page followers, just to make them seem bigger or make them more important. You really have to look into the how many people view the videos, how many people like or dislike the videos, in order for you to gauge the real traffic, the real subscription of that channel. Take a look at myself. I'm considering myself a regular guy. I am just a regular guy. I have no stories. I have no boast on anything. I'm just a regular guy that loves people, and I've been owning and taking care of these dogs for many years. So look at me. I just got to my 1,000 subscriptions. Yeah, I'm very happy about that. I never even thought about that. I never even thought about subscription. I created my channel for clarifying the lies that Chico Lopez had made about me as a client. I was a client, but he, instead of giving me a refund for a puppy I didn't want anymore, that I never got, he just started making lies, accusations that I had to respond. Quiet, mama. Play quietly. So I created this channel to clarify the lies that he was making, putting a face to the victim, because I was a victim to his scheme. So one of the things I did promise myself is I am going to do my best to help other people avoid being cheated by Chico Lopez. So I am going to show you. And you can look at it. You can go back and do your own research, especially if you're really thinking of spending thousands of dollars on Chico Lopez dogs. Okay, so you really have to look into it. Okay, what I'm saying, investigate. If you're gonna spend thousands of dollars, investigate. This is not, this is, unless you're like just love to spend money without looking, and you don't care what you get for it. If you're into buying fake Gucci, or if your wife is okay with buying fake Prada, that then this is not the video for you. This is not the logic for you. You just buy to buy, and hooray for Chico Lopez. But for you guys that don't like to be tricked, don't like to be fooled, don't like to have anything that's not quality, like myself, I like quality. I'd rather not have it than have mediocre. I do have Chico Lopez dog because I already bought him and I already invested time and emotions in the dog. So I am going to keep him for the rest of his life. So that's just space that could have been had by another dog that does qualify as an American Pit Bull Terrier to the standard. Anyway, in this video, that poor guy only has 400 views in over a week. I feel bad for him. Not really. Well, I would be lying if I said I feel bad for him. I just say I feel bad that he believes his own junk, and I feel bad that there's people that believe that junk. But if you're intelligent, follow my logic, okay? In the beginning of the in the beginning of the video, he basically he's talking about, in 2020, the dogs we had, the breeding dog we had, they were sold before they were born. Okay, that's briefly what he's saying. And I will pull that. I will listen to him say it, so that way you don't think I'm making it up. Listen to what he's saying.
Breedings. On 2020, the breedings that were in 2020, by the time the people came to the breedings, they were already sold out. And
that's a complete lie, Chico Lopez. Complete lie. You can go through his videos, go through the discussions, going through his page on Facebook. He's been mentioning dogs available all 2020, even in October. He was saying there were still puppies available from 4 different litters. He was saying that. Unless he's going to quickly go and erase those videos. If you follow this guy, you're going to remember he just said like a couple of weeks ago there were still puppies available for like 3 or 4 different litters. Now he is saying this he's like in a way to say, oh my God, I gotta go get this from Chico Lopez now. I will never get it. I have to send him some money now. So I send him money and I never got it back. Okay, I just got just excuses and lies being told about me. But let's listen to it again.
breedings. On 2020, the breedings that were in 2020, by the time the people came to the breedings, they were already sold out. And so...
All right, so if you're still believing this guy from this point on, let's follow more of his video and really avoid this guy. Avoid him. Yes. Crawford has his dog. These other boxers got his dog, but because he had a connection that, helped them get these dogs to those names so he could be promoted this way. It doesn't mean the dogs are better than the dogs that you saw probably walking down the street. They might be pretty, these dogs are pretty. This dog is not red, papito, but he's a pretty mother flower, all right? Come here, see this one? He's a pretty mother. This has nothing to do with Chico Lopez, nothing. And he's a pretty ass dog. A lot of people, I can see a big difference between the Chico Lopez dog and this one, but a lot of people think they're twins. Or a lot of people, when I'm walking one, thinks it's the other one and vice versa. So really, seeing the differences here would be more like if you're really into the dogs and you can see the little differences that from different bloodlines and different family of dogs. But if you're a layman, no, you're not going to know any different, okay? So let's continue on. Quiet, mama. So now he continue on by saying, in 2021, we're going to start having, quiet, mama, planned breedings. Listen to that. He said, in 2021, we're going to have planned breedings. Chico Lopez, you always have planned breedings. Oh, what does that mean? There were accidental breedings? Shh, quiet, mamita. Were the accidental breedings that you had before? No, unless you're having the dogs all around and by themselves, which is, I don't think you do. Then they're all planned breedings. This is just a promotional tool. You're saying, hey, I'm gonna mention them more. Pay attention. and send your deposit as soon as possible. Again, a marketing tool. Don't be tricked. So, planned breedings, Chico Lopez, it's any breeder has planned breedings. Otherwise, they're accidental breedings. Now, the next thing Chico Lopez wanted, again, it's all a marketing video, this one. He talks about 3 price points. 3 price points for his dogs. What does he mean by that? Well, he mentioned, he broke it down into 3 different prices. Some crazy one, the last biggest one, I think $15,000 for a pup. $15,000 for a pup. All right? And remember, these dogs will not be certified by a third party that the dogs were bred the way the pedigree that the breeder is mentioning is correct. There is no DNA profiling on the dog, on the parents, so that you can go back and check on your own pup to see if the dogs are bred the way you bought them for. Okay, this guy is in Brazil. He's away from U.S. laws. He's away from all that. He's not breeding. He's not selling over there. So you're trying to buy a dog that is in a different country. So you're going to have to, if you had an issue with it, you will have to go to Brazil and get it settled. Okay, in the court of law. So that's not, if you're just buying dogs because you want to have what a boxer has, listen, I have a brother to what, Terrence Crawford, Canelo, Cyborg, the MMA fighter, and what is it? Was the Chito Vera, that MMA fighter? I have half a brother to them. I bet you, if they paid anything, they paid a lot more than me. Okay, and I have pretty much the same dog, just another female. All right, so look at that, beautiful dogs. So this what is he trying to do with these 3 price points? Again, I'm a business major. So I study not just one semester. I didn't just take a sort of certificate course on it. I went to school for that, and part of my work has to do a lot with finance and business and whatnot. I don't do any marketing, but I did enjoy studying it, because marketing will always help me in my life. You're always going to market yourself, so that definitely was an interest to me. Okay, I love you too, Papito. Anyway, what else? So, Chico is basically saying, because I see the time, it's 18 minutes already. Chico was basically is trying to say to himself, how many fools do I need to make my quota of the money, the earnings I want to make? That is really what he's saying to you guys. How many of you fools do I need to sell dogs to make the money I expect to make in 2021? So basically, if he finds 5 fools that will spend $15,000 on a puppy that has no registration, no certification from a registry such as ADBA, which is the recognized, it's kind of like the AKC for the American People Terrier. That it is the AKC for the American People Terrier. So if you're willing to pay $15,000 on a hype, then then he doesn't need to sell. He could sell the other dogs for a lower price. So, and then if maybe he can find 5 fools that will spend $50,000. So he say, okay, maybe I need to find 3 times that, 3 times the fools of that to make that will be the second tier from top bottom. That'll be the second. Then I'll like maybe not 5, but maybe I need to get 15 fools. That was, let's say, what was the other one? 6,000. Interesting. Almost a third. So So I'll need 3 times 15 people, fools that are willing to spend $6,000, on a puppy. Again, no papers, no nothing from supposedly Brazil. And I already made a video about that the math doesn't add up. You could look at that math, but basically, if he has 10 breedings, and it's 15 to 25 hour trip from Brazil to here. He would be and he has 10 puppies sold. That's like at least 20 days non-stop traveling back and forth without sleeping. And I already said that it's more logical that he has people here breeding dogs that he bred long time ago. Or not a long time ago, that he bred, that these guys in different spots in the country, and he comes by himself or maybe with one dog to take a picture with, but he doesn't have to be taking the picture when he's coming from Brazil. You just have to take a picture when he's flying one way or another. So, so just too many question marks for you to be spending your money on this guy when you have so many other available options. And there's a video about that as well, and it starts with the word Spanglish. So if you're looking to go to the bathroom, Pepito. But anyway, let's continue on because I'm rambling, and there's so much about him that I could talk about. But he's looking at that 3 price point, the 3 price points. That really is how many fools do I have to sell to make my quota, to make the earnings I want to make for 2021. So that's really what he's saying there. All right. So now he mentioned what dog she's going to be using for these price points. Also, Mayday was one of them. That dog has never seen anything, any other. He's never done anything. He's a cold dog. Now you have another one, One-Toe Joe. Who? Another dog that has done nothing. And one toe doesn't mean that he was born with one toe. Doesn't mean that he's genetically deformed. Does he have a genetic mutation with that one toe? Question mark. All right. Now he also mentioned, because I'm going to speed up here. He also mentioned that he's looking for ambassadors, cops, firemen, vets. Nothing new. He already said that he's looking to, he's always saying he's looking for good people. What happened? Cops and firemen, vets weren't good people before? It's just a promotional thing. It's just promoting. This is an advertising. Don't get fooled by this, man. Now, the last thing he said was that about referral prices, and he didn't clarify. But this is basically what I believe he said, that referral prices. So if you refer your sister and your mother to get another puppy from this, he's not giving you money. He's just gonna give you a discount on the next dog you buy from him. So, and he's probably gonna say, this is a $6,000 puppy. You could get a discount for that. Again, this referral program is just for him to get more people, because he say fools walk together or fools flock together. So he's like, who's the best person to find me a fool? Another fool. No offense, you guys. But if you're buying this, and I consider myself a fool for one point, but it was a fool because I thought he was my buddy, my friend, and like I said, there's other videos to explain all that. But going back to the thing, just to clarify, Chico Lopez has already admitted that he is breeding kinder and gentler pit bulls. So he's basically breeding for cold dogs. Cold dogs because the breed has been for more than 100 years kind and gentle to people. So he is not dumb enough to be saying that. He's basically saying kinder and gentler to other dogs. He's breeding for that. That is a deviation of the breed. What I'm doing here, this is not a deviation of the breed. This is like this dog for sure. Female. Pretty much the only one that really hasn't shown and has been proven to not have any interest in standing his ground or protecting himself or defending himself was the Chico Lopez dog. But if one of my dogs were loose and they found another dog or another animal, everything will kick in. Okay? People think that what I do here is like, either I am just ruining the dog or the dogs are not up to standard. But I'm scratching myself for you guys. People that feel that way, that my dogs are not to standard because they're not trying to kill each other. And I'm not saying this is going to be 100% for the rest of their lives. I already say that, for example, this one and the black dog, there's a strong possibility that that I have to separate them at one point. But I also thought that the same way was between Chico's dog and this dog. And this dog ended up completely dominating him. So I know that that's not going to happen. I mean, at least I don't see. I'm always attentive to signs. I'm always attentive to body gestures, language. And this is something that I do and I've done for many years, and I keep learning from that. So I am not deviating. I'm just basically opening their brains and opening their world to the pack mentality they came from. A dog is a pack mentality type of dog that has been bred to be aggressive towards its kind. But in reality, it's an enhancement. It's basically an enhancement of pack mentality. Like when they see another dog from another pack, they're going to attack it. But these are to the point that they will not quit. Okay, the breed. So what I do here is just make sure that they see each other as part of the group. Like I have a cat here. If they see a cat out, they would attack it. Like probably a lot of you guys have your true game dog that you feel they're game dogs or true the game bred and they're to the standard, blah blah blah. And you might still have a cat or a cat around and it's okay with the cat. Or a small dog, small stature dog, one of those pugs or chihuahuas or whatnot, you know. But what I do here, it's kind of I would want to compare it more like, lions and bears and people that have these animals, or like they're able to handle them. Animals that basically eat you. They basically are human aggressive, but these individuals make them be friendly towards that, towards that person. Perhaps I'm not saying he'll maybe friendly with all of them, but perhaps the people that bred them, raised them, like the lions or you see probably you go to YouTube and see probably channels of people that with grizzly bears in their house or grizzly bear in their property that they raise, and they're huge. I've seen them; they're huge, and they will normally eat you. Or in the circus, you have all kinds of felines. You have a lion and a tiger. If you know anything about animals, you know they would normally attack each other. But because they've been taught a certain way, I'm not going to dispute, I'm not going to argue the methods they've used. I'm just pointing out that, you might have these animals together, even tiger to tiger. Tigers are not social animals. They're not into being together. They're like they each have their own space. But in many places, they are together. So why would you believe, because you see it, that these animals, because you see it, but you're not going to believe that American People Terriers can get along with each other. In each other meaning inside the household as pack dogs. Think about that. But anyway, this point was to clarify about Chico Lopez, about his price points being basically how many fools can I sell to make my quota. this thing about the ambassador program is basically nothing new. He's always looking for good people, and so there's nothing new there. About frozen semen, I would strongly, if you mention about frozen semen again, I would strongly have DNA profiling from the ADBA and this and that, and make sure that if you do buy it, you DNA test your dog and make sure that it matches what the ADBA says, not what Chico Lopez says, because he could DNA test it by himself and say this is a dog. But no, you got to be smart about it. You're spending good amount of money. There are other kennels that could give you this. I didn't get this from Chico Lopez. I didn't get that. And these dogs are beautiful. So this is Tony Montana. Until next time.